Bullshit. All right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawah Shai, Kol Holoyim La, Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawah Shai, Bahashem, Ruhakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that's scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, if the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shabab and Mwam back at you with another lesson. And as always, you know, we come out week in and week out to prophesy in the highways and hedges, and also to bring out these sit-down videos, all right, to keep our people, you know, in the loop of what's going on, to give them the updates, all right, and bring everything through the spirit and the scriptures, all right, put the pieces together, all right. So with that being said, the title of this lesson is called One World Government, and is based off of this video I ran across in Instagram, which I'm about to play right now. And then we'll get into some scriptures. All right. This is, am I sharing that? Select it. There you go. Salaki Esau being Corneza right now. I can see buffering all my shit right now. This is the spot where I get the best reception. Okay. So let me play this video real quick.
The world's answers to these problems is on the horizon. A one-world religion with all the beliefs of the world coming together, united in peace and safety. The Abrahamic family house in Abu Dhabi is nearing completion. This religious center is being built.
Come on, Esau, bro. Shalak Yum.
To unite the three religions of Christianity.
All right, let me, before I go on, because they just said peace and safety, let me bring out a scripture on that, and then I'll go back, since it was early in the video. So this is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. Hold on. Oh, man. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. Like I said, I have no control right now of Esau doing his bullshit. So this is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. They were just speaking of peace and safety. All right, which they're trying to bring peace and safety through this religion to unify basically all people together. All right, which that's never going to happen. All right, because the Lord has his people, and the rest of these people the Lord don't care about. It's that plain and simple. All right, so this is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. And it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay, so whenever you hear peace and safety in any manner, all right, whether it be them trying to unify us together with that RFID, whether it be them trying to unify nations with peace, and you know that they're no longer going to be in war, all that is bullshit, man. All right, because whenever you hear peace and safety, at one point sudden destruction is going to come from Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, and you're not going to be able to escape the judgment of the Lord. All right, so now let's go back. Salakia, which I was supposed to share that. I'm going to read it one more time. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, Then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Esau, bro. It's got to be buffering on your end, whoever's listening. Okay, so now let's go back to this video.
As the world continues to head into divisions and destruction, the world's answers to these problems is on the horizon. A one-world religion with all the beliefs of the world coming together united in peace and safety. The Abrahamic family house in Abu Dhabi is nearing completion. This religious center is being built to unite the three religions of Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, a place where the three religions who have their origin story tied to Abraham will be united in creating a one-world religion.
Damn. And basically, since they were saying that they're trying to unite these three different religions, which is it was what, Christianity, Muslim, and they're trying to bring in Judaism together, right? Which at the end of the day, this was tried in the ancient times, right? There's no new thing under the sun, right? This is not the first time that they're trying to bring, unite everything into one, okay? And also I wanted to say that, you know, them trying to unite these religions together, there's this thing called Project Bluebeam, which, you know, we don't know if it's ever going to play out that way, but we know that's an agenda that Illuminati wants to do using Project Bluebeam, that they're able to show different gods in the skies. And what they want to do is they want to show these different gods in the sky all at once, and basically try to do some magician bullshit and unite each one of those guys together. So, you know, there's been certain agendas that were spoken of by the Illuminati, saying that at one point they will take all the gods that people worship and put them up in the sky to Project Bluebeam and combine them together and basically make them one god. All right, bringing this one world government together, one speech, one religion, right? So the point is everything coming into one, all right? Like, again, it will never happen, like I said. All right, so let me continue to play it.
A religion that ultimately will be ran by the Antichrist as the head of it. And for those who don't believe in religion, the contact that will be publicly made with aliens will help to bring those who need to see to believe. The religious center will house the St. Francis of Assisi Church, Imam Al-Tayeb Mosque, and Moses Ben Mimam Synagogue. The project completion rate was 20% as of June 2021 and is set to open in 2022. This lines up perfectly with what we are seeing worldwide. A call to align and to be united on every front as one people and one belief system, especially in the Western world. A call to end climate change, a call to end racism, or the last common phrase we all heard recently that was placarded all over people's Facebook profiles, it takes all of us.
And the reason Esau basically does that, all right, trying to combine everybody as one world government, is so he can continue to hide himself, all right? But we're in the time that this devil is being exposed, so there's no more hiding for Esau, as the scriptures say. I mean, Esau bared that he can no longer hide himself, right? So he basically trying to seek love from the world, you see, to be on his side, right? Oh, that we should all not be racist anymore. We should all be nice to one another. All right, that ain't nothing but a tactic of these heathens to brainwash us so they can make their move on depopulating our people, you see? Because that's what these heathens do, right? According to, let's grab this real quick. This is, you know what? Let me continue going. All right. Let me continue.
This is lining up exactly with how it's supposed to be with the end times unity that will be required for the Antichrist to take complete control of the world. Revelation 13:7-8, referencing the Antichrist, the first beast. Also, it was allowed to make war.
Which you have to understand, there are many antichrists in this society. All right. Anti means against. All right. Christ means anointed. So you're against the anointed, against Yahawashi. So anybody that doesn't believe in this truth, you are considered antichrist, as the scriptures say. All right.
War on the saints and to conquer them, and authority was given it over every tribe and people and language and nation, and all who dwell on the earth will worship it. Everyone whose name has not been written before the foundation of the world in the book of life of the Lamb who was slain. The The beast will demand full control and full worship, and the second beast, the false prophet, will be his enforcer and deceiver to bring all into,
which we already know this whole beast system goes into NATO and going into the EU, all right? And then they also mentioned the I forgot what they say. I can't rewind. I think it was the second beast, which that really goes into that Roman Catholic Church, all right, which is going to be destroyed, all right?
this one world unity of deception. Revelation 13:11 through 18, the second beast. Then I saw another beast rising out of the earth. It had 2 horns like a lamb, and it spoke like a dragon. It exercises all the authority of the first beast in its presence, and makes the earth and its inhabitants worship the first beast, whose mortal wound was healed. It performs great signs, even making fire come down from heaven to earth in front of people. And by the signs that it's allowed to work in the presence of the beast, it deceives those who dwell on earth, telling them to make an image of the beast that was wounded by the sword, and yet lived. And it was allowed to give breath to the image of the beast, so that the image of the beast might even speak, and might cause those who would not worship the image of the beast to be slain. Also,
and we understand that that first beast that exercised all that power, you know, is basically that ancient revival, the ancient back in power today, right? As soon as the Dark Ages was over, you had what you call the Renaissance era, which was the rebirth, which that will go into that revival of the ancient Roman Empire, which still stands today. That will be the last empire that will rule in those last days, as the scriptures say. All right.
So it causes all, both small and great, both rich and poor, both free and slave, to be marked on the right hand or on the forehead, so that no one can buy or sell unless he has the mark, that is, the name of the beast or the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. The one world unity of religion through the false belief that God is, as the world continues to head into divisions and destruction.
Right, so you see the agenda that these people want to push, all right, a one world government, all right, Shalom, Sister Yahawah. So they want to push that one world government, all right. So now to show you that there's no new thing under the sun, all right, as a matter of fact, let's grab that scripture, all right. This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. And it says, the thing that has been, it is that which shall be. All right. So whatever has been in the past, it will be, it shall be again. All right. And that which is done is that which shall be done. All right. Whatever has been done is going to be done again. And there is no new thing under the sun. Okay. So you had in the time of Nimrod, all right, you had them trying to bring their one world government, all right, because everything, they were basically trying to copy YAHAWAH'S, because the world was in one language and one speech. Okay. So we're going to grab that real quick. This is Genesis 11. All right. And we'll grab another account in the Maccabees where they tried to do the same exact thing. Okay. So it says, and the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. Okay. As a matter of fact, let me grab it from here. All right. It says the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. All right. Which I want to go into this word. Let's see what the word one says. Right. 1 second, let it load up. It says one number, one, each, every. Yeah. Each and every person. Okay. They wanted them to be, okay. Their agenda is that they want everybody to be in this one world government, this one world religion. Each and every person that's on the face of earth. Okay. And technically they want a certain type of people, right, which is the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, all right, because that will be just totally going against your power, you see, because we have a power and there's only one power to be worshipped. And that's the only power that exists. The rest of these other gods and deities and these religions, that's all nonsense. All right. That was all created by YAHAWAH to be able to separate the true believers. Right. It says in an indefinite article, only once and for all. Okay. Let's see what it says on the bottom here. In fact, let's go into the root word. All right. Which goes into, it says to go one way or another, to be sharp. All right. To unify. Okay, figuratively collect one's thoughts, and the ultimate way that they're gonna, heap all nations together is gonna be the way of the RFID chip, right? And in that RFID, they pretty much want to be able to collect every single person's thoughts. Okay, they want to know. See, they want everybody's thoughts to be in sync. Okay, with wickedness, basically, they want your thoughts to be in sync with Esau's. Okay, because if you're walking in the way, if you have the mind of YAHAWAH'S, see that they need to take you out the way, right? Because you're an eye opener to the next person as an Israelite. All right, so that's the word one, right? Then you got it says one language. Let's go into this word language. It says, let me see what they got over here. Okay, to sweep or snatch away, catch up, destroy, consume. All right, because what they truly want to do is, let me jump back over here. This is Psalms 83. All right, they want to destroy our people, as the scriptures tell you in Psalms. This is Psalms, Psalms 83. And 2. And it says, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. All right, they lift up their heads with pride. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. You see, crafty counsel against our people. So they'll sit at a round table and basically come up with all types of agendas and find a way to take the people out of Israel out of remembrance, as it's going to tell you in the next verse. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together. You see, they all sit together at the round table, right? All these, you have the Illuminati of America, which is the Edomites, but you also have the Illuminati of these other nations that sit at the round table with the rest of the Illuminati members. Right, and their job is to consult together with one consent to be against our people. Okay, and then it goes into these different nations that are against us. Okay, so the point is that they're always trying to cut us off from being a nation, to basically destroy, depopulate. Right, ethnic cleansing as it goes into. When you go into that word ethnic cleansing, it goes into. Let me grab that real quick. Ethnic cleansing is basically to take out a certain type of people. See, rendering an area ethnically homogeneous by using force or intimidation to remove from a given area persons of another ethnic or religious group, right? Which is contrary to the international law, right? And there's actually a better, here it is, a better definition. It says ethnic cleansing is the systematic forced removal of ethnic, racial, or religious groups from a given area with the intent of making a region ethnically homogeneous, along with direct removal such as deportation or population transfer. It also includes indirect methods aimed at forced migration by coercing the victim group to flee and prevent its return, such as murder, rape, and property destruction. All right, both the definition of in charge of ethnic cleansing is often disputed, with some researchers, including the others, excluding coercive assimilation or mass killings as means of depopulating an area of a particular group. And that's what it really is about. All right, they've always been trying to ethnic cleanse our people, man. All right, cutting us off from being a nation, right? And so let's go back. Okay, it says to sweep or snatch away, catch up, destroy, consume, right? You got scattered, remove, yeah. Because at the end of the day, if we were all to stay in one spot, we would have pretty much been destroyed. So through the spirit, You know, we know that because we worshipped on other gods, the Lord has scattered us as a curse and a reproach, you see. But that scattering also came into play with, you know, us being scattered so we don't be destroyed as an actual nation. Okay, and that's why the Lord is bringing us back together in these last days. All right. So let's see what else they got here. It says lip language. Okay. Speech, shore, bank, brink, brim, language, edge. I just want to see what they got here. Ooh, it says through the idea of termination. All right. Let's go into that word termination real quick. Definition of termination. So
Here's
it says
the definition of termination: the action of bringing something or coming to an end.
You see, the action of bringing something or coming to an end. You see, they want to end the Israelites. They don't want us here no more. Because truthfully, they're trying to heap the Israelites to their one world order because you're sinning before your maker and you're going to automatically be destroyed. Okay. But it says the action of bringing something or coming to an end. Okay, which, you know, technically they really want to just end all Israelites. They don't even want the Israelites to be part of this new world order. Okay, because you got Esau that wants to make himself the people of the Lord, right? Which we know through the scriptures he's definitely not. All right, so it says through the idea of termination, right, which that's very interesting right there. Okay, it says by implication, all right, which at one point they're going to implement, all right, that RFID, which that's what's going to destroy you, all right, for basically, you know, taking sides with Esau in the society instead of taking sides of YAHAWAH'S. Okay, let's see what else we got here. All right, so you got language. All right, it says of one speech. Let's see what speech goes into. Second, it's loading up. All right, you got speech, word, speaking, thing. All right, because everything is going to be spoken basically in the name of Satan to this world. Okay, it says speech, saying, utterance, words, words, business, occupation, acts, matter, case, something, manner, by extension. Okay, by extension, which, you know, that's what they're pretty much trying to do. They're trying to extend, you know, their agenda onto, you know, the scriptures of YAHAWAH'S, all right, and trying to twist words around, all right, taking words out of the book, adding words to the book, all right. So, you know, their destruction is upon them for that. It says by implication, all right, which let's go into that word implication real quick. Definition of implication. Definition of implication. It says the conclusion that can be drawn for something, although is not explicitly stated. Okay. Suggestion, inference, insinuation, hint, intimidation, imitation. So like imitation, imputation, indication, overturn. It says the act or state of being involved in something, right? Which eventually will be you being involved with the connection of the RFID. It says entanglement. Matter of fact, I got a scripture for that. Let's grab this real quick. Entangle. And we're not talking about Jada. All right. No man entangled himself with the affairs of this life, KJV. This is 2 Timothy 2 and 4. And it says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of YAHAWAH'S. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. You see, we're not going to entangle ourselves with the ways of this life, the affairs of this life. All right, you are entangling yourself if you partake in that RFID. You see, it says no man that warreth. All right, because we are in a war, a spiritual war. All right, so we're constantly, you know, in war with the flesh. It says, entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. Why? Because these things are all vain. All right, all these things lead you to the destruction. It says that he may please him who has chosen him to be a soldier. All right, so you have to be what? Be separate. All right, meaning being holy, and touch not the unclean thing, and the Lord will receive you. And it says, and if a man also strive for masteries, yet he is not crowned, except he strive lawfully. All right, you got to keep pushing. All right, just because we're in this truth right now doesn't mean that you're going to have an automatic crown, man. You have to continue to strive in the righteous manner for you to receive that crown. Okay, that's pretty much the point on that. I only brought it up because the word entangle, it just reminded me of the scripture. All right, so we're not going to entangle ourselves with the ways of the society. Right, so now let's go back to, where was I? Okay, let's see if it goes back. Yeah, there we go. So you have a word by implication, a matter as spoken of, or a thing, verbally, a cause, act, advice. I'm just trying to see what they got here. Concerning, confer, counsel. You see, we just read that they have taken crafty counsel amongst our people, right? Decree, right? This is an unrighteous decree, as it tells you in Isaiah, the first 10th chapter. All right, woe to them. Isaiah 10:1, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. I see all these things, all these unrighteous decrees are prescribed to turn aside the needy from judgment, you see, to make us go off, right? And eventually you following after these ways, right? You're going to be destroyed by these ways, basically. Okay, so let's go back. Right, it said counsel, death, decree, deed, disease, duty, effect, eloquent, errand, evil favored. Okay, evil favoredness. All right, I don't know if they're trying to say that's just one word, or they're saying from here on out all these other words pertain to evil favored. Okay, but evil favoredness will be, glory of the wickedness. You basically, what's that scripture where it says, justifying the wicked? You're both an abomination to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, when they are evil favored, they're coming with harm and hurt, iniquity. You see, constantly keeping you in sin. All right, you will eventually end up getting judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, lying, because everything is lies that these devils pretty much preach onto us, as the scriptures say. The wicked is estranged from the womb. As soon as they be born, they be born speaking lies. Okay, and that's pretty much why these people are under strong delusion that they believe a lie, because they truly don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So it says manner. Give me 1 second. This flash player, hold on. All right. It says line, manner, matter, message, no thing, oracle. All right. Scriptures talk about if you're going to speak as the oracles of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay. These devils come to speaking in wickedness. Okay. You have all parts pertaining, please, portion, power, promise, provision, some uncleanness. Okay. Them trying to bring this one world government is going to bring nothing but uncleanness to the world. All right, which the world is already in uncleanness. Okay, somewhat to say, song, speech, spoken to. All right, that's the point. All right, so now let's go back to Genesis 11:1, and it says in the whole, and it says universal language. You see, this is what they want in this society, which is all confusion. All right, because that's what the word Babel goes into, confusion. So they want all this universal language to continue the confusion of this place. All right, and have you and to have you not knowing what your true duty and who your true power is. And it says, and it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they had found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. Okay. And that just goes to show that they had all these products that we have in this society to build things, man. They had the same thing. It was actually more pure back in those days. Okay. And it says, and they said, go, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach onto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. Right. And that's the mentality that Esau comes. He wants to make it says, let us make a name. All right, make us a name. They want to make a name for themselves, all right, because they have no name. They have no place in the book of life, all right? So they have to be destroyed, man. So this is why this is Esau's world, because he can do whatever he wants on this side, man. He could live it up and make a name for himself in this place, all right? But this devil's days are numbered, okay? So he only has a little bit of time, as the scriptures say, you know, the devil shall come down on you with great wrath, because he knows that he has but a short time. Right? And it says, and the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. Yeah, because the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, beholding the good and the evil. And the Lord said, the Lord Yahweh said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. Okay. And before that language, before all these languages came about, we all spoke basically in that Hebrew. Okay, showing you that Hebrew is the mother of all languages. Right, and this they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. Okay, and this is why the Lord was always, you know, pissed off with us, because like the scriptures tell you in Genesis the 6th chapter, all right, that their thoughts were continually evil. Let me grab that real quick. This is Genesis 6 and 6. And they have repented the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. You see? Matter of fact, let me grab it up one. And Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. All right. And they had repented the Lord Yahweh that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. You see, so the Lord regretted that he even had made man because of their continual ways of wickedness, you see. And how much more now, as the scriptures tell you, that we have overpassed the deeds of the wicked. All right. We are now more wicked than the wicked man himself. So imagine in that time, all right, you know, how the Lord hated our people and basically destroyed the whole entire earth, right? And basically saved only 8 people. Okay, imagine how much more now he hates this place. Because if our thoughts were continual evil in that time, all right, you can only imagine that it continued, and it got worse and worse over the generations, right? And that's why the scripture says that you have overpassed the deeds of the wicked. Okay. And it says, and then repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and creeping thing and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them. All right. Now let's go back to Genesis 11 and 4. And it says, and they said, go to, let us build a city and a tower whose top may reach onto heaven. Right. And it's funny because the scriptures talk about how in these last days their sins have reached onto the heavens. Right. Same exact thing being done. Right. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. Okay. The children of men being the rest of these other nations. Right. You have the sons of Yahweh, you have the sons of the wicked, and then you have the children of men, which is these other nations. It says, and the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of the whole earth, of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Right. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord Yahweh scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. Okay. And again, Babel goes into confusion. They were all confused because they began to speak different languages when we were all at one speech at one point. And the Lord did that to separate, right? Because eventually those that were the elect, that were going to come back into that lot, and they were going to be speaking that original language, all right? As the scriptures tell you, they were in those 5 cities. Let me see if it comes up. Yep, Isaiah 19 and 18, it says, in that day, 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan, right, which is that Hebrew, and Lord Yahweh of hosts, one shall be called the city of destruction, all right, which that city of destruction is definitely America, Babylon the Great. Okay, so there's an account, that's the first account of them trying to build basically that one world government. All right, now you have another account with the Maccabees. All right, let's go into that. And as a matter of fact, before I continue with that, let me grab this because it just popped up in my head, showing you how he's going to bring in all nations into one universal language also. All right, come on, man. This is Habakkuk 2 and 5. And this is, let's grab it from 4. From 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All right, and basically going into all these different prophecies. All right, there's a time and a place for everything, as the scriptures tell you in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, the 1st verse. All right, as a matter of fact, let me just grab it. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. You see, so it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come, it will not tarry. All right, so each one of these prophecies is going to come right on time, according to the Lord's watch. All right, not our time, but the Lord's watch. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up in Salakia, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Okay, so you know, Esau is always going to have a prideful spirit, and is never going to be righteous in the spirit. It says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, different philosophies, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. All right, you see how this devil is, even in his own backyard. All right, here it is, he has the fatness of the earth, but everywhere he go, he's not a keeper at home. He destroys everything he touches. Who enlargeth his desire as hell. All right, he'll bring hell to this place, which hell is a condition. It's not a place that you go to when you die. All right, we live in hell every single day of our lives. All right, which is a condition, and is as death. Right, and that's what these people have made. They have made a covenant with death and hell. All right, basically with their oppressor, they have made covenants, and the Lord has told us not to make covenants with these heathens. It says, and cannot be satisfied. Yeah, this devil's not satisfied with having the fatness of the earth or having the blessing of the sword. All right, which is military power, you know, weaponry power, right? But gathereth unto him all nations, right? When you gather someone, you know, when you're gathering all nations, you're bringing them in to be one, right? Which, by the way of this new world order, this one world government, that's what he's going to try to do, which eventually that one world government, it really goes into them giving you that Rice Krispie treat. Because that's how he's going to gather all these nations together and heapeth unto him all people. See, every single person, each and every person that's on this planet Earth. All right, that's why it tells you, you know, let's just grab it real quick. This is because the guy had read it already. This is Revelation 13 and 16, right? And it says, and he calls it all, you see, all people, both small and great, all right, from the 1 day old, 2 hours ago born, to the oldest person upon this earth, right? Both small and great, rich and poor, all right, free and bond. Okay, so this is how you know it's going to be a universal thing, all right, to receive a MARK in their right hand, or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay, so that's how he's going to bring each and one of these people together by the way of that Rice Krispie treat. So now let's go back to, I wanted to go to the Maccabees. First Maccabees, I believe it's around the 40th verse. All right, because you had our people that were following after the customs of the heathen. Okay, you had Alexander the Great that ruled for 12 years, basically, as it tells you right here. Then he died, and then after that, his sons put crowns upon their heads, and the evils were multiplied in the earth. Okay. Then it goes into how, let's grab this real quick. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, okay, who persuaded many. You see, and you have those same wicked men today that are trying to persuade many to go after the ways of the heathen, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. See, they were actually happy how the heathens were basically treating them. You see, they weren't happy how the Lord was treating them because they were being punished and they were under captivity. But being under that captivity, they actually loved their oppressor. That's that Stockholm syndrome, that they wanted to make constant covenants with these heathens, right? And because they had departed from them, they had felt much sorrow. So it says this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Okay. So we get to that point, which is around the 40th verse. Yeah, you see, and then you had Antiochus right here. All right, let's grab it from 40. It says, as son increased. Yeah, it says, as had been her glory, so was her dishonor increased, and her excellency was turned into mourning. Right, talking about our people. All right, it says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. You see, here it is, them trying to bring that one world government once again. And everyone should leave his laws, leave the laws of YAHAWAH'S. Okay. So all the heathen agreed, according to the commandment of the king. Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion, you see, and this is what they're trying to bring, a one world religion. And many Israelites are going to be consented onto the religion of this time, okay, which is going to be, again, a digital religion, right? See, they already brainwashed you with religion over the years with different gods and deities and all that. There's no more need to brainwash you with those gods. They already did the damage. Our people already bugged out. All right. So they're bringing in a new world order. So they're going to bring a new God into this picture. You see, a new religion. And it's going to be a digital Messiah that they're going to basically, put in your face, which is going to be that RFID. Okay. Because the moment you take that, that means that you worship Esau as your God. Right. So it says, yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land. And that's pretty much what these devils are doing now. They're gradually giving you these unrighteous decrees, these draconian laws, which is, going into these harsh laws that make no damn sense. This is why you have to follow the laws of the Lord, because the Lord said, if you love me, keep my commandments, for my commandments are not grievous. You see, you got Esau's laws that our people want to follow, and his commandments is grievous as hell, wicked as hell. And here it is, the Lord gave you a manual to follow that are simple laws, man, simple laws of nature, all right, of human nature, to, be in accord with one another, right? And basically loving your enemies and all that, all right? Not your enemies as in these other nations, as, us being Israelite brothers, we have a lot of hostility amongst our nation, our tribes, okay? So it says that they should follow the strange laws of the land. And that's what they want you to do in these times. They want you to follow these strange laws. All right, here it is. They're pretty much, pushing laws of pedophilia, saying that shit is normal. All right, see, they want you to follow a strange law like that. All right, they want you to be on the same accord as Esau. As long as we already know Esau is hell and death. Right, Esau is nothing but sin, and the wages of sin is death. Okay, so it says, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice. Yeah, they want us to stop sacrificing unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days. And that's what you have today. Our people profane the Sabbaths. They want to, according to their own knowledge, they want to take in Sabbaths the way they think it's suitable for them. And then, the festival high holy days that the Lord has given it to us, our people don't even celebrate it, don't even acknowledge it, but they'll acknowledge these pagan holidays that these devils have given you. Okay, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people. You see, so basically what's being said, all this people being one and consenting onto this one religion, you see that all it's doing is made for you to go off and not give sacrifice unto the Lord, to profane his Sabbaths and to profane his festival days, and to pollute the sanctuary and the holy people. Okay, we are the sanctuary of the Lord, so we're polluting ourselves by walking in the ways of the heathen. Okay, it says, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts. Okay, you see these altars being set up, right? Wicked altars, and even when we go on these highways and hedges, that's considered as an altar, and you'll see altars being set up deceitfully, because you got a bunch of nonsense and ninjas in there that's basically speaking madness that have nothing to do with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, so they're setting up these altars to give a wicked sacrifice. Okay, groves and chapels of idols. You go into these churches and you find all different types of deities and idols made out of statue, made out of stone, wood, as the scripture said that we would in those days. Right, and sacrifice swine's flesh, and all types of other abominated as foods that are not part of the dietary law, right? Which the dietary law is in Leviticus, the 11th chapter, an unclean beast. Okay, you see, people like Moab eating all types of unclean beasts and things like that. Right, see, this is what they want to bring this one world government for, man. So you can follow after the ways of the heathen continually, which is going to be continual evil. Okay. And it says that they should also leave their children uncircumcised, okay, because you have to be, circumcised on the 8th day. But after taking the customs of these heathens, our people stop getting circumcised, circumcision also comes spiritually. You want to circumcise the foreskin of your hearts, of your mind, as the scriptures tell you, right, and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation, okay, to the end that they might forget the law. Yeah, they're going to keep pushing this on you to eventually you will forget who your power is, who Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is, and forget the laws that he has given you and change all the ordinances. You see, that's why everything is out of order, as it tells you in, let's grab that real quick. This is Job 10 and 20. This is Job 10 and 20. I'll start from 20. Point is at 22. Are not my days few? Cease then and let me alone. Why does it keep doing that? What the hell? Satan. It says, are not my days few? Cease then and let me alone, that I may take comfort a little. Before I go, whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death. See, America is considered this land of darkness and the shadow of death. Okay. It says a land of darkness, as darkness itself, and the shadow of death, without any order. You see, and this is why America is Babylon the Great, because it's total confusion. Where there is no order, there will always be confusion. Okay. When there is order, everybody's in one accord. All right. Well, what is there to be confused? Everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay. It says, and where the light is as darkness. Yeah, because the scriptures talk about how, let's grab that. This is Isaiah 5 and 20. 5 and 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine. You see these different philosophies, and men of strength to mingle strong drink. Okay. Which justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Whew. Okay, so everything is flipped upside down, as the scriptures say, right? Let me grab, matter of fact, now that I'm in Isaiah, let me grab another one that comes to mind. I believe it's in the 43rd chapter. This is yeah, let's grab this, because see, this is where you really you want to be gathered by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai into this truth, okay? Not be gathered by the philosophies of Esau. It says, bring forth the blind people that have eyes and the deaf that have ears, all right? And that's going to be the elect, all right? Let all the nations be gathered together and let the people be assembled who among them can declare this and show us former things. Let them bring forth their witnesses that they may be justified, or let them hear and say, it is truth. Yeah, ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai, and my servant whom I have chosen, that ye may know and believe me and understand that I am he. Before me there was no God formed, neither shall there be after me. Even I am the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and besides me there is no Savior. Okay, I have declared and have saved and have showed when there was no strange God among you. Therefore ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, that I am Yahweh power. Okay, yeah, before that day was I am he, and there is none that can deliver out of my hand. I will work, and who shall let it? Okay, so you know, as Esau is trying to gather these 2/3, right, and the wicked to his one world order, right? The Lord is basically gathering the elect, right, into this truth, which is the only truth, the true one world order, okay, of life, right? That was just something that popped up in my head. All right. What did I have before that? Yeah, Maccabees. So back at the Maccabees, right, it said, what was that, Slakia? Oh, what was that, 40? Yeah, 49. To the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. All right, and this is what Esau's hoping that he does, man, with his new world order, that you end up forgetting Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and everything he has taught you. All right, but the elect is not going to be deceived. It says, and whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die. What does that sound like? Let's go back to Revelations 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of that beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, which that image of the beast is speaking in these days. All right, the images could be, you know, any type of way that this society wants you to be, you know, to portray yourself, basically. All right, which the ultimate image is going to be that RFID. All right, and they're speaking about it. All right, they're speaking about it heavy, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, so the same thing is being said here. All right, it said, let's read that again. It says, where was I? 50. And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die. In the self same manner wrote he to his whole kingdom and appointed overseers over all the people, commanding the cities of Judah to sacrifice city by city. Then many of the people were gathered unto him, to wit, every one that forsook the law, and so they committed evils in the land. You see? Because they followed after that philosophy, and drove the Israelites into secret places, even wheresoever they could fly for succor. Now, in the 15th day of the month Keslev, in the 145th year, they set up the abomination of desolation upon the altar and builded idol altars throughout the cities of Judah on every side, and burnt incense at the doors of their houses and in their streets. And when they had rent in pieces the books of the law, right, that's coming, right? They were destroying any type of Bibles they seen, right? Basically, that famine of the word in that time. Okay, same thing here. They're ready to destroy our Bibles. All right, they're ready to destroy this internet because this word is going out throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, and the scriptures say that this truth shall be declared throughout the four corners of the earth, and then the end shall come. All right, so it says, and when they had rent in pieces the books of the law, which they found, they burnt them with fire. Okay, and they want to do that today. They want to burn every Bible they see. You see, because now the people are starting to wake up to what's going on, right? And they're waking up to the prophets, and the prophets are the ones that are breaking down these scriptures to the T for you to understand, all right, what time we're in. It says, and whosoever was found with any, the book of the testament, or if any consented to the law, consent Yahawah's law. You see, they were trying to kill you, but if you consented onto their law, you were getting a pat in the back, okay? And you were going to be destroyed anyway by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So it says, and whatsoever was found with any, and wheresoever, yeah, I was right, was found with any, the book of the testament, or if any consented to the law, the king's commandment was that they should be put to death. Okay. Thus did they, by their authority, unto the Israelites every month, to as many as were found in the cities. Okay, so they continue to keep killing off the people, man. If they didn't want to, go according to their agenda, right? That's the same thing that they're gonna do in these times, man. Right? This is why you have to understand that the prophets that are out there bringing out this word, man. They are your true heroes, man. All right, and Lord willing, we are of that number, that elect. But they are your true heroes because they put their life on the line every single day by standing out there and making themselves a target to this society. And this is why you have to take heed of what the brothers is bringing out through the spirit, because that's the Lord speaking to you through each and one of those vessels, those men. All right. So it says, thus they did by their authority unto the Israelites every month, to as many as were found in the cities. Now the 5 and 20th day of the month, they did sacrifice upon the idol altar, which was upon the altar of Yahweh, in which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women that had caused their children to be circumcised. And they had hanged the infants about their necks. And here it is, these people, our people want to continually stick up for this damn devil. They hang the infants about their necks. You see? But you want to still save these damn devils. All right, here, hang me again if you want. It's okay. Hang me one more time. I'll appreciate it if you hang me today. And rifled their houses, all right, and slew them that had circumcised them. Howbeit many in Israel were fully resolved and confirmed in themselves not to eat any unclean thing, wherefore they chose rather to die, that they might not be defiled with meats. You see, and that's why we have to strive Salakia, that ain't nothing but straight Shaitan playing around. He disconnected my whole thing over here on my computer, so I had to go back off on my phone. But I'll just keep it on my phone, and I'll go into these scriptures that I was going into, which he just threw me off because I forgot the last scripture I was saying. Oh, that's what I was bringing out. I got it. Wow, I cannot believe I have no access to internet right now. You're like completely no access to internet whatsoever. with my whole Wi-Fi box right here with 4 bars saying very great. Makes no sense. And my computer's only connected to that Wi-Fi, nobody else's Wi-Fi out here. So you know that that's straight Satan. He mad at something I said. All right, so let me go back to First Timothy, if they allow me, 4th verse, and I'll finish up in there. Ah, man, you being corny. Hold on, let me grab my Bible 1 second. See, Esau could try to do what he do and try to knock off as much as he want, but one thing you cannot knock off is when the spirit got to speak, it's going to speak. So I know you're going to be more mad that I came out and brought my book, Esau. All right. Next thing you know, you're going to cut me off of this live. This is like here, 1 Timothy. Second, getting there. Doing too much right now. 1 Timothy 4:1, and says, "Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith." And a lot of these people going to depart from the faith due to that hour of temptation, due to these the predicaments that Esau is going to put you in, right? It says, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. All right, this whole one world government is a doctrine of a devil. Okay. And it's also a seducing spirit because it seduces you to think that we're going to be all one, that all these nations that the Lord hate and count them as spittle are going to combine together with the nation that he has chosen, and we're going to be all one singing kumbaya. That's bullshit. All right. It says, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy. All right. Who that sound like? Esau. Having their conscience seared with a hot iron, because that's what's going to happen. These people's conscience is seared as a hot iron. All right. They pretty much have made up their mind. Okay. Their mind is already made up for them by Esau. Instead of you making your mind up as a servant of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and a person thinking for yourself. All right. They're basically going to let Esau think for them. And Esau is going to have their conscience seared with a hot iron. It says, forbidding to marry, because we're supposed to be marrying ourselves onto the Lord, man. We're preparing ourselves for that marriage supper, right? As the scriptures say. And it says, and commanding to abstain from meats, okay? Which going into those different philosophies. That's why I brought it out, because meats can also represent actual philosophies. So it says, forbidden to marry, all right, coming into this marriage supper, and commanding to abstain from meats, these different philosophies, which Yahweh has created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. All right, because the truth is what you're supposed to cleave onto, all right, and graft yourself towards. Okay. For every creature of Yahweh is good and nothing to be refused if it be received with thanksgiving, for it is sanctified by the word of Yahweh and prayer. You see, you're supposed to take on the word of the Lord, because that's what's going to sanctify you. All right. You're supposed to receive it with thanksgiving. All right. You're not going to receive a doctrine of a devil with thanksgiving, because it's harmful for you. It's going to mislead you, and it's going to get you to go off against your power. All right. But the ones that have the truth,
okay? Because the truth shall set you free. You are supposed to receive it with thanksgiving, all right? Because it is sanctified, all right, by the Lord, all right? It's coming from on high. It's what the Lord wants for his men to push out, okay? But yeah, that's pretty much the point. All right, it was just to explain that there's no new thing under the sun. They're trying to push this one world government, one world religion, and that's the same thing that was being done in the ancient times, man. They've always tried, all right, but it only works so far, you see. And then comes Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah to destroy everything, you see. And he always, here it is that you have so many of our people that follow after these philosophies, but the Lord said that he had a remnant, right? He had a remnant that shall not bow. He had 7,000 men reserved, right? That remnant that shall not bow their knee down to Baal, all right? Going into these different philosophies. And 7,000 men doesn't actually mean 7,000 men, because 7 represents completion in the Bible. So it's a complete number of men, all right, which is going to be the 144,000, all right? And then the women, the men, women, and children that are believers, none of them are going to bow down to Baal, man. They're gonna trust the process of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai all the way to the end. And he that endures unto the end, the same shall be saved, as the scriptures say. All right. So hey, pretty much that was the point. Lord willing, it was edifying and it wasn't all over the place, and you understood the point. All right. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith and doing as a good soldier of Yahweh. You sisters continue to learn in silence and continue to watch the true men of the Lord. Lord willing, we are those men. Shalom.